summer is definitely the season where a lot of us tend to get oilier, a lot of the moisturizers tend to feel heavier and more pore clogging. I feel you and I got you. Today we are going to talk about how to choose the right moisturizer for each skin concern and each skin type. Before we dive into the topical skincare products, I do want you guys to remember that it might be more important for you to really regulate your body's temperature. So once our body heats up, that's when a lot of the sebum gets produced, that's when a lot of the redness appear and your skin gets angrier. So managing your body's temperature might be the very fundamental rule for you to actually set a really nice foundation to begin with. In summertime, I do tend to reach for foods that have a cooling characteristics. And I know this is very based on Eastern medicine, and I'm not sure if it is backed by science or anything, but there are certain foods that have a high hydration content, therefore lowering your body's temperature. Those foods are pineapple, cucumber, green tea, aloe, green plum, and mung bean. There are definitely so many more foods out there, but I think these are the foods that are pretty accessible in your local grocery stores, so I highly recommend you guys to take advantage of those. Now let's move on to the products. Now let's dive deep into ingredients or formulas to look for in general. If you do have extremely oily skin, it might be beneficial for you to add something with niacinamide and zinc. Sounds familiar? And that is because The Ordinary does have a niacinamide and zinc PCA serum, which is going to be very, very, very effective in regulating your oil production. And niacinamide is one of my favorite ingredients of all time. It doesn't regulate your sebum production by blocking your sebum gland or something like that, but it really does it beautifully by just making your ceramide boost up so that your skin feels naturally hydrated. Therefore, your skin doesn't feel the need to overcompensate the dehydration or the dryness by pumping out more oil. And zinc PCA is also known to be a really wonderful sebum regulating ingredient, but on the other hand, if you do have dehydrated or drier skin type, this might feel a little bit drying on your skin. Another ingredient that is absolutely going to be so great for oily skin type is green tea. Green tea is such a beautiful antioxidant source, but it is so handy when it comes to regulating your sebum production, and I would highly recommend you guys to drink more green tea to cool down the body. Luckily, we do have a lot of great options when it comes to green tea based skincare, but the one that I have been thoroughly enjoying has been the Chok green tea watery essence from TonyMoly. And even though this says it is an essence, it actually makes a really perfect summery lightweight moisturizer for those who have extremely oily skin, or for those who do live in a hot and humid climate. Absolutely, this is going to be your gem. It contains over 80% of fermented green tea extract, so you are really reaping a lot of benefits of using green tea. And also the consistency and the texture is pretty much like a really lightweight water-based lotion or an emulsion. It's not one of those watery serums, watery essences that just disappears and evaporates from your skin as soon as it delivers hydration. This product does burst into water, it delivers hydration as soon as you apply it, but it still remains on top of your skin by protecting it with a really sheer occlusive film. But it's not too suffocating, it's like just the right amount for oily skin type. When it comes to fixing dehydrated skin pretty instantly like that, I don't think there's anything like aloe vera. And among all the aloe vera gels that I have tried and tested, this still is my absolute favorite. It's the Benton Aloe Propolis Soothing Gel. Every year during the summer month, this lives in my fridge, and whenever my skin is really heated, my skin loses its hydration, and I am in need of such a quick hydration mask, this is something that I just apply generously, like a really thick layer of it, and then my skin just instantly cools down, and also it just feels so plump and hydrated afterwards. I think for me, it does ball up a little bit, so it doesn't really make a great moisturizer underneath makeup, and I think that's probably why I don't use this as a moisturizer. Propolis is another great ingredient that has a really great water retaining ability, water attracting ability, and also it is a very great antimicrobial, antiviral ingredient that's going to be great for acne prone skin. For those who have really angry, sensitive, irritated, acne-prone skin, there's nothing like Cica, and among all of the Cica products that I have tried so far, there is nothing like Skin&Lab Medicica Calming Cream. For the past few weeks, my skin has been acting up, playing up. It's been really raw and vulnerable because my body was just so exhausted and I was just mentally really overwhelmed and stressed for a couple of weeks, and I was eating really poorly, so of course my skin was just really angry and mad at me, and it wasn't just cooperating with me at all. A lot of the skincare products that I've been using without any problem started to sting and kind of felt a little bit invasive and irritating until I met this Medicica Calming Cream. I religiously used this ever since I noticed a really quick calming and soothing action almost instantly, and especially in nighttime I do use a pretty thick layer, so it doubles up as a sleeping mask. It contains Centella asiatica extract and of course madecassoside, so all of the Cica ingredients are present. The formula is really simple. It does have a pretty great coating or occlusive layer, so it's not one of those super lightweight gel type of moisturizers. I've been really enjoying this. It is essential oils free, fragrance free, and an interesting thing about this formula is that it does have a really undetectable small green capsules which burst into hydration or water. Apparently the capsules are present to help preserve the ingredient's potency or efficacy to the freshest as it could be. My skin has been thanking this a lot. Another great summery ingredient that is very purifying and clarifying in complexion is mugwort. I think mugwort is definitely underrated, especially in the United States, but it is really hyped up in Korea for a really good reason. Mugwort is really an OG Korean traditional ingredient that's been used and been consumed and been ingested for decades or for centuries. Mugwort is supposed to calm down your skin, soothe down the skin, and also it will clarify and kind of purify your entire complexion. That's how I felt with the mugwort mask from I'm From, but they did release a mugwort cream in the same range that I have been really enjoying. This product contains 73% of Korean mugwort. I adore this product. The texture and the sensorial experience is just like all around so great. It's in between a gel moisturizer and a cream. It has that fluffy, airy lightweightness to it, but it's not too light to the point where it disappears from your skin. It feels as though it's kind of a watery butter, if that makes sense. Another tip that's useful in summer month is to store this in the fridge so it can temporarily cool down the heated skin. I think a lot of skin types would definitely enjoy this product. I didn't forget about my dry skin pom-pom fam out there, and if you are sick of just seeing gel moisturizer recommendations, just like sheer moisturizers out there, I have something for you, and this is Sioris You Look So Young Night Cream. And this product is like a buttery emollient cream, but it's not too heavy, it's not too suffocating, it's still pretty lightweight enough for you to wear in summertime. This product is based on green plum water, which is a great underrated summery hydrating ingredient, and it does contain 5% of TAMANU oil, which, by the way, I am not biased. Guess I am, but TAMANU oil is a really great skin regenerative, reparative ingredient. So if you are in need of that restorative property in a moisturizer, this is something that you can definitely check out. If skin brightening is your #1 skin concern, and if you want to look for more active ingredients in your moisturizer, and if you have more room in your budget to spend on your skincare products, Sunday Riley Tidal Brightening Enzyme Water Cream is definitely something that I can wholeheartedly recommend. Every time I apply this, it's just a really luxurious, elegant formula that I wish I invented. There are a lot of great gel moisturizers out there, water creams out there in Sephora, but among all, I think this is probably the most money well spent type of moisturizer, because I don't think a lot of formulators can replicate this entire formula without using a silicone ingredient. And that's why I had to include it, because it has a really unique, slurpy, kind of like a heavier weight gel formula that doesn't rely on dimethicone. And for active ingredients, this does contain 1% of alpha arbutin, which is a skin brightening ingredient. It is sort of like a cousin of hydroquinone, which is the skin brightening, skin bleaching ingredient. skin, and it does contain papaya enzyme, which is a fruit enzyme that's supposed to exfoliate your top layers of the skin. I just adore the formula so much. For those who have skin that are easily congested, that just feels clogged, I think it's safe to say that dimethicone or other silicone-derived ingredients might be a better option for you. And I'm saying this because there is a really big notion or a myth that silicone might be more pore clogging. That is far from the truth. Silicone actually does have a very breathable structure, meaning that it allows your skin to interact with the world. So it allows the air to kind of ventilate, and it doesn't clog the pores. On that note, I really do recommend the Belif Aqua Balm that is heavily reliant on silicone, not in a bad way, but I think it is a bestseller for a reason. So this is definitely a really great option for those who just lost hope in moisturizers because of the pore cloggingness. Definitely try this out. I know a really good alternative or a budget-friendly option would be the Hydro Boost Gel Cream from Neutrogena, but I do find that to be a little bit thicker or a little bit too dimethicone or too silicone than this version. I think this has a really good balance of silicone and hydrating ingredients, and it just feels better on the skin and lighter on the skin. And this also makes a really great makeup primer too, so definitely great for daytime use. I hope this video gave you a good idea on what to look for when it comes to choosing the right moisturizer for you. Please let me know in the comment box below on what you end up choosing or what you are currently enjoying during this hot and humid weather. And as always, I would really appreciate if you guys can share this video with 2 of your friends. That would mean a lot. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to be in your life, and take care. Bye!